Greg Blackson here with the Greg Blackson Report on Strickland versus Magomedov. You know, everybody was hyped about Magomedov, seeing what he got. He was going against the veteran Sean Strickland. And, you know, giving the Greg Blackson breakdown, this is what I saw. Magomedov did the ultimate no-no that I was taught in K1 style kickboxing in my experience and my 6 years living in Thailand. He was kicking without a purpose and kicking too often. He was kicking with no setups, also called dry kicking. He was kicking when Strickland was walking towards him. That's a big no-no. There were no traps, no feints, no baits. And outside of that head kick and a few leg kicks, nothing was really effective. And even a few leg kicks with a guy like Strickland isn't really effective till later on in the round. You know, sooner rather than later, it's somebody like Edson Barbosa, but a guy like Strickland probably could tough that out even. You know, I heard the commentators saying he set a pace so high he burned himself out, but I did not see that. I didn't see a pace so high that he should have been burned out in the first round like he was. Could he have been injured and not trained for it properly? Maybe. Or it could be the notorious case of people doing things outside of the basic. Me, Greg Blackson, Dom Rogan, I say it all the time. When I was with Andre Ward King's boxing, the coaches said stick to the basics. At Mayweather's, they said stick to the basics. CSA with Karen Fitzgibbons, stick to the basics. When I was with Team USA, Crew Sam, stick to the basics. When I learned how to lift, stick to the basics. A lot of these guys nowadays are trying to find tricks or cheats or steroids or anything to get around the basics, including the cardio, and it does not work. The guy didn't look injured. I believe that's what it was. He burned himself out. If you watch Strickland, he kept a steady pace, let himself get a little bit behind knowing he had 5 rounds like a vet, and used the number one punch in boxing that sets up everything, the jab, which is rarely used in MMA. You know what I mean? One of my favorite things to use in MMA, coming from a boxing background myself. Shout out to Shane Mosley and his dad telling me I got the best jab in the MMA game. And, you know, he just worked him with the jab. Kept a passive-aggressive, steady pressure, and there you have it. Burn the guy out. You saw him pick up the pace in round 2. Whatever was going on with Magomedov happened at an expedited rate. Started to put combinations together. And then I saw something that many coaches of old school talk about. A lot of these guys have more talent, but they do not have the heart of the old school fighters. So once you get past the talent, they quit. To quote Quentin Rampage Jackson, most of the TKOs aren't TKOs. It's just a guy quitting. That's what I saw. I didn't see a punch land hard enough for the guy to go down like that. I believe it was Michael Bisping that even said he was looking for a way out, and he found it with Strickland winning the fight and sending up there into that all with the jab. Shout out. Good work by Strickland, and that's the Greg Blackson Report.